Y'all, so it looks like everybody around Diddy is starting to wake up and smell the coffee because they have been airing him out and his personal business like crazy these last couple of days. This is kind of wild because the family that's in his inner circle have been defending him from day one, talking about how he's set up as a victim and all that. But y'all, how the tables have turned. His son Christian and his ex Mysa Hilton have joined forces to expose him. And it's looking like the recent leak of Kim Porter's was the wake up call they all needed. Christian has been throwing the mother of all shade at Diddy on social media, and Mysa just made a very interesting comment that has fans shook, and it might just blow this case wide open. So let's break it down now. I know this might sound crazy, but it's starting to look like Kim Porter might just be the key to taking Diddy down for good. It turns out that people close to him might have known what happened between him and Kim Porter, or at least they had their suspicions. Y'all, even Kamara Lee Simmons had a fair idea of what was happening between him and Kim. Now, we all know that he used to put hands heavily on Kim and even broke her nose at one point when she passed away. Kim's family immediately pointed fingers at Diddy and would have filed a wrongful death lawsuit against him had the FBI not stepped in. According to reports, when Kim passed, there were questions about the manner in which she died. If they are going to say that it was pneumonia and that she passed away peacefully in sleep, then why was there, located on Kim's pillowcases, and also a slight trail of blood on the bedroom floor that led to the bathroom? Then there were allegations about how her 911 call for help went unanswered. The source said also the last call Kim made was to 911 at 2:43 a.m., but Kim was found passed away later in the morning around 11 o'clock. According to Kamara Simmons, but Mysa Hilton already had her issues with Diddy because, surprise, surprise, he used to put hands on her as well when they were together. She even called him out on social media last year and accused him of trying to use their son Justin to get away with some of his crimes like his DUI. She slammed it on Instagram, saying, "I'm not with none of that reality TV is when is enough enough. I'm not protecting no one anymore. Just my son and all the children. I love a come to Jesus moment." The statement of fish rots from the head down means that in addition to being a major contributing factor in a family or organization's success, leadership is also the root cause of its failure and demise. The truth shall set you free. She also said, everyone has to sit around for years and act like there isn't anything wrong with you. This is where the buck stopped for me. If anything ever happened to my son, God forbid, what is anyone going to say to me when we all know whose fault it would be now? You would think that she would be the first to snitch on Diddy and expose. And when these feds came calling right, well, no, instead she defended him when the Homeland Security raided his house earlier this year. She wrote, "The overzealous and overtly militarized force used against my sons, Justin and Christian, is deplorable. If these were the sons of a non-black celebrity, they would not have been handled with the attempt to humiliate and deter these innocent young black men is despicable." She didn't call out the feds for doing too much during the raid. Even though the situation didn't call for it, she said enough is enough. Did Justin need several laser beams from arms pointed at his chest? Did Christian need a pointed at the back of his head while he was handcuffed? How many times have we seen young unarmed black men not make it out of these types of situations alive? Now, it seemed like she was mostly just defending her sons Justin and Christian, but it could have also been interpreted as she was defending DUI given the accusations against him. Now, everybody knows the feds don't just move unless they have some solid evidence. And given how much Mysa seemed to hate Diddy, it was wild that she would try to defend him. But when the video of Diddy putting hands on Cassie leaked, Mysa immediately changed her tone and threw Diddy under the bus, calling him out for being a monster and talking about how the video triggered her own trauma from being with Diddy. She wrote, "I am heartbroken that Cassie must relive the horror of her, and my heart goes out to her. I know exactly how she feels, and through my empathy, it has triggered my own trauma." She continued, "These young people were raised by women that want the best for them. We put God and education first, and have always been united in our mutual effort to support their dreams. Two of the youngest do not have their mother here, and it has been our duty to support them. Their father needs help, and I am praying that he truly does personal work and receives it." Then, for some reason, she suddenly switched up and started talking about how Diddy was important to hip-hop culture and history and stuff like that. She dedicated an entire post on Instagram to him where she posted some throwbacks. She also wrote 1993, I was pregnant. Puffy just got fired from Uptown Records. Dre said, there cannot be two kings in the castle. He was right. It comes a time Puffy was scared. He had a child on the way. And we just moved into a big, beautiful new home he had. Me called Dre and asked for his job back several times. Dre stood on business the same way a father when it's time for his son to make that move. She continued, I told Puppy he could do it. He was a mastermind. He just had to do exactly what he had been doing successfully at Uptown Records. Just for himself now. I wasn't scared. I believed in him. Bad Boy started in our basement in Scarsdale, New York, thanks to the legendary Burt Padell. It's Bad Boy, my life story, my experience beside every bad boy was a bad G. This was little bit weird and definitely a 180 move because it sounded like she was defending the same man that she had admitted was horrible to her in dismissing his victims. She knew that what she was doing was wrong because she asked fans not to focus on the negative parts, the stuff about him hurting women. She said, please do not come out here with any negativity. Instead, try praying for all involved. You cannot erase history and cultural impact. This is also our legacy. Every single person whose blood, sweat, tears, talent, and business acumen went into this movement. Were you not entertained? Were you not inspired? So yeah, she was pretty much hot and cold when it came to Diddy. But she was dragged for filth. Because like I said, she was defending him and telling us to get over it. After all, he's crucial to hip-hop culture and was entertaining. However, it looks like she was shook as F by the content of Kim Porter's leaked memoir, shook enough for her to switch up on Diddy another time. For a long while, there were rumors of Kim Porter's memoir, but all we had was a tiny snippet, less than half a page, that talks about Diddy and Usher and their alleged relationship and how Diddy allegedly gave Usher the hurt. But the newly leaked pages are much worse than that. Honestly, it's not surprising that it triggered Mysa into switching up on Diddy again, because it's likely triggered her own trauma of being in the same or similar situation. It's hard. Words not mine. The leaked pages told the story of Diddy being jealous because another man sent flowers to Kim. Even though they were no longer together, Kim wrote, he threw the attached card at me. I picked it up to read it. Shawn, he slapped me so hard, I hit the ground. C yelled, who were you with the other night? I looked down at the card and was lying on the ground next to me, and it read, the other night was amazing. We must do it again. I tried to explain. Shawn, he threw the flowers at me. That's not how this works. You have my child. You don't touch anyone unless I allow it. She continued. I pleaded with him. Shawn, please. He yelled at me. What I tried my best to calm him down, and he probably didn't know it didn't come up. You're publicly dating someone else, so he screamed at me, and it somehow seemed even more intense. So you didn't tell him to back off, Shawn? I didn't. Then out of the nowhere, he hit me with a chair. I don't remember anything after that until I woke up in a hospital room. My